Right now we're in Portugal, and the lecture is today. I don't know if I've updated you since Greece and since the Netherlands.
Yeah, right. That's right.
There's so much to say about it. I'm doing the blog right now, so I'm kind of right in the middle of that. So,
okay.
Well, Greece was really an amazing place because they're really angry in Greece. There's a great Zeitgeist movement in Greece that are very, very active. They're even getting, when we were lecturing there, they got sponsors from business people to help with the venue and help with the hotel room, which we haven't run across too much. And we go to dinner with them, and they're saying that they really believe in this direction to take care of the problems, which is amazing. And we'd had a little time to do a little sightseeing there. You'll see the pictures on our blog. But the people in Greece are angry because of all the austerity measures that they're doing and the debt that they're imposing upon them. So there's protests in the streets all the time. And Jacques is saying in the background they're cutting back on welfare, of course.
Yeah.
So, and there are less jobs. So they don't have much that they produce, and their main income is from tourism. And tourism is declining there, so all in all, they're having a hard time. And as I said, they're really angry, and they're protesting, and so the Venus Project is really growing there. So the Zeitgeist members there have business people behind it, have scientists behind it. We traveled to an island, several islands, where some of the scientists from the university in Aegean, in Cyprus, are doing a project for desalinization. And this is a little island that has no water, only about 100 people or less, but there's a big freighter that comes and distributes water. It was there for 2 days when we were there, and pumping in all sorts of water. And this desalinization plant can give them water for free, which the government does not buy, doesn't go along with, because this company is selling water, so you know who has the influences there.
Yeah.
So the university professors say that they were influenced by the Venus Project. They had gotten in touch with us a while ago, and now they're in contact with the Zeitgeist movement there, and they're working together. So we met all of them, and we traveled to a couple of islands. We traveled to the University of Aegean, where Jacques did another lecture, and I did questions with him. And we also saw the presentation that they gave, that they're trying to do some sustainable energy systems on another island.
Yeah.
But of course having trouble getting funding for that. So things there are pretty difficult, but it was very exciting to see just how involved and how passionate all the Zeitgeist members are in Greece, in Athens. So from there we went on to the Netherlands, where it was really interesting because we had a lot going on there. We had a lecture that went well. It was outside and it was really hot, but people, I don't know how many hundreds of people were there in the hot sun and stayed the whole time and were really engaged in questions, and it seemed to go very well.
Gotcha.
But so the ICSE hosted us in the Netherlands, and they also put on an exhibition of Jacques that Andrew Buxton and the Venus Project design team put together of Jacques' work. They did a beautiful job, and it was really received very well. So after the lecture, everybody went up there to watch it, to see it, and watch the videos. And we put out books and videos there. So they were all really interested. From there, we went to... Jacques had another lecture, and it was part of Inspiration Day that was kind of hosted by the Earth Charter.
Yeah.
So we're invited to the all-day affair, the 10th anniversary of the Earth Charter, and the dinner in the evening, which in a way was kind of a frightening event, because these are people who are at the forefront of justice, freedom, justice and freedom, and equality and sustainability. They were bantering these words all around, and I got a chance to get up once during the whole group and talk to them about, words that they're talking about, there really is no justice and sustainability in a system which causes all the problems in the first place. They don't address the issues of the system. They don't look at the monetary system at all. There were bankers and a lot of corporations there, and it was taboo to touch the system. And I mentioned something in front of the whole group about how can you have sustainability when the banks put countries in perpetual debt and people in perpetual debt, and I tried to introduce, I mentioned the Venus Project, so it got on record, and I mentioned the resource-based economy, but after I stood up and said a few things, they just looked at me, just stared at me like a deer in the lights, in the evening. They had no idea what I was talking about. So in that way, it was very frightening that they really don't know what causes the problems in the first place. So they really are not addressing them. They're putting a Band-Aid on like a cancerous growth.
At some point.
We had very few minutes to introduce this, and with that group, if we had more time, I think we could have gotten somewhere. But in a few minutes, it's very difficult. So depending on who the group is, you have to identify with them and then meet them at their own terms and then try and introduce it slowly depending on who the group is. So you'll always find some people that don't identify at all, but I think in general you'll find some that do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, see you later.
Okay.